What's up, guys? It's the big day, the Batman wedding. So, I don't know if you got this or not, but yeah, it was interesting. So, here's what I'd say. I was watching, who was it? I think it was I Love Comics or Yellow Flash or something like that. One of those guys. They did a video about why this comic book wasn't good, and I agree with them for the most part. So, spoilers from this point on. So, if you haven't read it, go read it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but now that that's said, I was so glad that they didn't get together. It's like, yes. Hop on in, Wonder Woman. Now's your time. So, I know that some people are big Catwoman Batman fans, and I will say I like the homage because they did a lot of like splash pages, which I showed off in my my pull list video. Which if you haven't seen that, you can go watch that, and you can see a lot of the pictures because I'm not going to show them all on here, but I showed them all, a bunch of them on there. Here's some of my favorites right here. I really like this. It's kind of a sweet. She's got him trapped and she's kissing, and then these two like real romantic up there on a roof. And I love the more like 80s style dress up there, outfit for her. And he's kind of got like a classic look. I love it. Some of the others are pretty good too. So like art wise, it was great. They had a bunch of splash pages, just homages to like the history of the two characters, and it's a lot of fun. And so, I mean, that's just really cool. That's just really cool. And the story was good. I enjoyed the story. There were parts of it. I feel like, here's my problem. I feel like I've spent $5 because it's $4.99 on a book with barely anything in it. Like, let me see here. They could have left that page out, of course, all that. So I don't know what this has anything to do with. There's this thing with this judge. It's like, what does this have to do with anything? Maybe it's the same judge for the end. I don't know. But this seems important. 1, not important. 2, 3, these are good pages. 4, 5, those are really good pages. 6, 7, that's okay. I don't know what those have to do with anything. 8, 9. Nope. Nope. 10, 11. They're okay. Nope. 12, 13. And then wait. 14 pages out of this entire book. 14 pages that are a story. All of this other pages, nothing. Nothing. So, like, let me see. This page, nothing to do with the story. Other than they're getting married, deciding where to go. This page, who knows what that has to do with it. I don't know, maybe if you know what it does, let me know in the comments. This, nothing to do with it. Nothing. It, like, Batman's talking to Alfred. Could have done that in the I didn't want Batman and Catwoman to be running around fighting random people that had no consequential effort. Where was the Joker? Like, they've been building up like this Joker getting his invitation thing, and he didn't even show up. And honestly, the splash pages were boring. The artwork was amazing, but all these like little words. It was a poem or something talking about, I don't even know. He was talking about her eyes or whatnot. She talked a little bit about his eyes. She talked about something being blue. I don't know. It's weird. I guess it was supposed to be a letter to each other. And then there's this girl named Holly, which supposedly is in the mythos. When did they say? Somebody said you're one. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know who this Holly girl is. I'm surprised it's not Ivy. I mean, her and Ivy are real close, so I'm surprised it wasn't her. I don't know who this Holly character is. Whatever. That's deep tie to the comics. I'll respect it. Whatever. Didn't bother me. But all this useless... sorry, I'm playing with a cord down there. All this useless information. Why? I mean, it's probably like 20 pages that they could have done better. So, I like the splash pages, but just leave it at the artwork. It was a nice homage to like the history of the two characters together. I like that. And if you wanted to include that at the end, that's one thing. But randomly throwing it in there with a bunch of words, poem or letters or talking, wasn't that interesting. It broke the story up. And of course I had to read it. Suffered through it. When I was reading the story, I enjoyed it. Even the pages that didn't really make sense or really have anything to do with anything. It was enjoyable for the most part. Or it was clever, some of the things, but it just didn't really fit. But then you had all these splash pages with the writing, and it was terrible. I was like, it's not worth $5. Not worth $5 at all. So I don't know. So bonus, Batman and Catwoman didn't get together. Yay! Thank God. And then like there's that surprise ending where you have Bane in the back and he's like, Batman is broken. I was like, okay. Got a bunch of people there watching him. I don't know. It's got a weird Batman. I wonder if that's supposed to be like, I don't know. Looks like his father from Flashpoint, but I can't tell. So yeah, that was interesting. So I don't know. It's not the greatest issue. It's boring most of the way through. Not sure I really get the cover. Why is Batman in his suit but she's in a dress? I don't know. More illogic. Whatever. My favorite part was when Alfred tells Bruce that he looks like his father. I was like, that's really touching. That's hitting the feels. I really like that. And then, Catwoman is afraid of being looking pretty. I don't know why. I feel like that's kind of her thing. And then I will say I did enjoy like Holly her asking if it was okay for her to be a hero, or if she was a hero, and Holly's like, you have to be at this point, right? I'm like, no, she's not. And I think that's why she ran away. And then Bruce asked Alfred if it's okay for him to be happy, and I'm not sure. Like, the walkaway page is interesting because I guess technically you're supposed to go with her story first and then his story, because they didn't make it obvious double page. And it looks like his happens later. So it looks like she just ran away and didn't show up. And then he took off because he was upset that she stood him up. So who knows what's going to happen? I think it's about time Catwoman became a villain again. That would be great. Please and thank you. Take her back to her origin. I don't want her to be with Batman. I want her to be a temptation to him. And maybe now she's even more of a temptation because she's an ex-lover. That's compelling. If that's where you're going to go with it, DC, count me in. I'm fine with that. But I'm tired of this making their villains heroes thing. I'm glad that Lex Luthor is back to being a villain. Thank God. So that's my thoughts. That's what I thought about the book. It was kind of lame. Not a great issue. I was excited that they broke up, which maybe other people weren't too happy about, but I was happy. I was like, sweet. It was a waste of $5, but whatever. At least now we know. So yay. Anyways, let me know what you thought. Did you like the book? Did you hate it? Did you think it was dumb as well? What's your favorite Slash page? And let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.